What's going on, everybody? In this video, I'm going to go over a loot run that I use in Buried City. Now, this loot run is nothing new or groundbreaking. I like to bring in a decent augment, a few decent weapons. I try to have a hatch key if available, but the most important thing you're going to need is zip lines. We're going to ready up and head into Buried City. Once in Buried City, and depending on your spawn, you're going to want to head over to the hospital in the Galleria area. This is where you're going to want to set up your zip lines.
Let's go to the hospital.
I like to set up my first zip line at the hospital and then over to the Galleria, but depending on where you spawn, you might want to come from the Galleria over to the hospital. When starting at the hospital, I like to start at the front side of the hospital and set my zip line. Once at the top, you want to head over to this little building in the middle of the hospital roof. In here, you find there's a case. You can go through that. As well as inside, you can get lucky to get a weapons case, possibly. There's a medical bag sometimes. There's a grenade bag sometimes. There's a breach sometimes. But if there's some decent things, it does change per run. Once you clear out this area, you're going to head over to the elevator area and set up your next zip line. You want to set your zip line up in the corner and kind of hit the top of the Galleria. Once you zip line over, you're going to want to make sure you get to the bottom level. Whether you land up top and drop down, just be very careful because you could fall off. Once on the tower, there's a weapon case. Once down, you're going to head to the permanent zip line and back into the hospital. Once in the hospital, I head up to the third floor, loot that area, kill any poppers and any fireball burners, and head down to the second floor. Once I head down the stairs to the second floor, I turn left and I loot that whole area, but way in the back there's lockers where you can get trinkets and blueprints. Once I complete that, I head down the zip line. I can either hit the subway, which is right straight ahead of me, or I can go to the right and use the radar hatch key.